All right, so I'm going to start with Bread of Heaven. The first thing you need to know with this, obviously, what I write is totally different. The style that I wrote it and the way it looks. The way it looks is, I don't like it, but it'll look better next week when I use my computer at work. But the setup that I have on here is different from what you're probably used to, just because I went ahead and arranged all of what we normally get. So looking at Bread of Heaven, you have clarinet 1, clarinet 2, and then it says voice ooze. And that's what the choir is singing, their part. Ignore voice ooze. I put that on there so that you know what it is. You know what the choir is singing. And if you ever get lost, you can kind of follow along and know what they have going on. But I don't want you to play that right now. Maybe, and that's also, if you want to practice that, you can. It's great, but definitely don't play it at church just yet. We'll get to the point that you're ready for that, but there you have it. You can practice and you see how it lines up with everything else, but we don't need to play that yet. Clarinet 1 and clarinet 2 are both lines that you're more than capable of playing. And I literally took the clarinet 1 and clarinet 2 and just reduced both of them. So something you probably noticed that Rebecca and I do is we will play one line and then we'll get through it and we rotate parts, or we get bored and we just randomly jump around. As long as we stay on the right measure, we can play either the clarinet 1 or the clarinet 2 part. They both work really well, but you have to make sure you're in the right measure. So that was really just me being, in case you get bored, you can play either one, or if you have a favorite one. This is the entrance song, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. Let me see. What is we playing this for? I don't know what we're playing this for. Boop. Here it is. Just kidding. Bread of Heaven is communion. So actually you're going to probably eventually get bored of one of the parts, so definitely jump around. Have fun with this. Okay, so I'm going to play clarinet 1, which is, the other thing with this is clarinet 1 and clarinet 2 are the same. They're just as difficult. Neither one of them is easier than the other one. I'm looking at it right now. The only thing I did do, clarinet 1 does go up onto the C, the high C with the red register key. And clarinet 2 doesn't. But I know that you're capable of playing that one, so it might be a little tricky to get to that note, but I don't think that you can't play it. So I'm going to play it one time through at a slow tempo, and then I'm going to play it at what we play for church. And then I'll come back and do the same thing with clarinet 2. So first step, turning on our metronome, and this is set to 60. I don't play clarinet very much. You actually play it a lot more than I do, so your lips are probably a lot better than mine, because I haven't played my clarinet in at least a year. Oh, that's not true. I played it back in November, but that was a long time ago, and I don't play it very often. So hopefully you sound better, just because my lips get really tired really fast. Okay, that's probably really loud. Let me flip this around so it's not quite so loud. Okay, hopefully you can still hear that, and it's not overpowering the microphone. I have the metronome set to 60, and I'm going to start right on the refrain. I didn't give you the intro. It's written, actually I think it's just piano anyway, so don't worry about that. And I'm going to start right on the refrain. 1, 2, clarinet 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. second measure of rest, and then we rest and third. Okay, here's measure 20. Ready, go. And then we jump back up to the refrain and we play all that over again. Look at measure 20 with the, let me turn this metronome off. With the app that I'm using, I did this all on my iPad. The app that I'm using doesn't have the extra, what we call courtesy accidentals. So measure 20, the first note is F sharp. So make sure you play front F, not the back, but front. And then the next note, you have D, and then it goes back to F sharp. So make sure you remember that sharps carry for the whole measure, not just the first time you see it. Mark your part on that. It helps to have that written in. And I think other than that, you should be good. Okay. And now I'm going to play this a little bit faster. I'm moving the metronome up to 80. I'm not actually sure what the tempo is that we play at church. I don't even know if Ron really knows what the tempo is. We just kind of wing it. That might be a little too fast, but we'll see what happens. Here we go. Reframe. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. I'm letting my lips come down. 1, 2, measure 20, and. Refrain. You got it? Hopefully so, because I can't hear your response through a video. Okay. Other thing would be good to tab when the minutes and seconds are for when I play this, because I'm sure the next time you practice, you don't want to hear all my talking. All right, same thing on clarinet 2. Moving my metronome down to 60 again, so that we have time to think and prepare for any changes. All right. We're starting right on the refrain. Also note that with this one, everyone else has a rest. We come in right on beat 1. So if you play the part 2, make sure you know, don't freak out, you actually play on beat 1. And that's correct. And there will be somebody playing it. Either me or Rebecca will actually be playing that part anyway, so somebody will be playing it with you. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And go. right back into the refrain. Okay, so I lied. The verses does actually go over the break into C and D. Both notes you can play. It takes a lot of air, fast air, to make the reed vibrate. Otherwise, it'll come back and hit you in the throat, and it feels like you're choking. Or you squeak. Neither one are fun. Okay, same thing. I'm going to play it at 80 now. Boom. Okay. Clarinet 2.